Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tower of God New World. In today's video, we are going to pretty much update the tier list. Now, I'm not going to do the overall tier list because the overall tier list takes a lot of time for me to organize. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pretty much organize the updated purple element tier list because the newest character is Vivi and she is a purple character. So we're pretty much just going to do the purple element tier list. And if you guys want to see the overall tier list, you can go to Pride Win. And trust me, guys, the Pride Win tier list is actually getting a lot better. So go to the Pride Win tier list to look at the overall. And then for, each specific element, you guys can check out my video and see how good the purple element or whichever element the character is associated with. You can see which element and what their own respective tier is in that element. So let's not waste any time and let's go ahead and hop right into the video. So the first character that I am going to put in the S+ tier category is going to be none other than Joaquin. Joaquin is still S+ tier. If I can actually find him, there he is. So Joaquin, still S+ tier. Nothing is going to change that. He is the best DPS unit in the game. Now, after Joaquin, we also have Kun Agüero. Now, Kun Agüero, he did get power crept by Hayura. So Kun Agüero, his previous position was S+ tier, but he is now an S tier. He is still an amazing purple element unit, but compared to Hayura, he's just not extremely busted like her. So Kun Agüero in S tier. And of course, for Hayura, she belongs in that S+ tier. Best purple element support unit in the game, and she is probably by far the best support unit in the game because she's just extremely powerful due to her attack buff, and she can pretty much help her teammates stay alive. So she is a very powerful unit to have. Now, besides these three very overpowered units, we also have this character right here. She is pretty much D tier. No one is going to use her. She's not really that good. So D tier. And then for the next character, we have Kaseya. So Kaseya is going to be in that S+ tier. Kaseya is an absolute requirement for purple element team comp. You need her in order for purple element team comp to function because her entire passive pretty much restricts her in just one team, which is purple element. In order for her to get that additional attack buff, she has to be in purple element. So she's 100% going to be in that S+ tier because she can easily one shot, she can do insane damage, and she's just a very powerful unit overall. Now the next unit we have is Verdi. Now Verdi still remains in that C tier. She is only used for bosses because of her passive. Really good against bosses, but in adventure mode, just not that crazy. So Verdi still belongs in that C tier. Now the next character is, we have this guy over here. This guy belongs in the D tier as well. Not really good. Nobody really uses him. Compared to these purple units, this guy is pretty much useless. Now the next unit we have is Ghost. Now Ghost, I don't really use him, but a lot of people have been using Ghost lately, so I am going to put him in B tier because a lot of people have been using his character lately, so he definitely belongs in that B tier spot. Now after Ghost, we have Rachel. Rachel is going to belong in that A tier. She's really good when it comes to gathering enemies into a specific area. She has very great AoE attacks, very powerful unit. But are you going to use Rachel? Not really. So Rachel, she belongs in that A tier category because she is a decent unit, but she is not overpowered. Now after Rachel, we have Narei and Endorsi. So Narei also belongs in A tier because she is a great battery unit, and we also have Endorsi. Endorsi is going to belong in that A tier because she's very similar to Kaseya, but the only difference is Kaseya is just better than Endorsi. Like if you want to have an assassin unit, you have to pick Kaseya versus Endorsi. Endorsi, she can get rid of enemies in the back row, but not as good as Kaseya. And plus Kaseya can also conceal herself, so Kaseya is just a better option. So yeah, they both pretty much do the same thing, but when we talk about passives, Kaseya's passive is way more insane than Endorsi's passive. So Endorsi definitely belongs in that A tier. Now when it comes to SSR plus characters, we have Karaka and Kun Mashini. Karaka still belongs in that S+ tier because he is literally the only tank unit for purple element. I think Ghost is also tank, but Karaka is pretty much the best tank unit for purple element, so he will always belong in a S tier spot until we have a new SSR tank unit or SSR plus tank unit. So as of to right now, Karaka, he just belongs in that S+ tier because, like I said, best tank unit for purple element. And after that, we have Kun Mashini. Now, Kun Mashini, she received the buff because of the Phase 2 Revolution system. Now, I haven't tested it yet because I don't even have enough copies on her to reach Revolution Phase 2. So I will say, as of to right now, I feel like a fair spot for her would be S tier because it seems like the Revolution Phase 2 is going to make her a very strong unit. But the thing is, tier 6 is only applied for Arena. So I feel like S tier is still a decent spot for Kun Mashini. I wish I had the opportunity to pretty much test her out, but I can't because I don't even have her. I don't have enough copies on her. So a safe spot for her would be S tier. I feel like she is a very good DPS unit that does require a decent amount of investment. Now, the last SSR plus unit we have is Gusting. Gusting, he is going to belong in that S tier spot. So if I can actually find him, there he is. S tier. He belongs in that S tier spot because he is an amazing healer. He is by far one of the top. He's literally the best healer for purple element. He can cleanse, debuff, which is really nice, and he can also buff attack. So Gusting, S tier, really powerful unit. Now, last but not least, we have Vivi. So Vivi, is she going to be S plus tier, S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, or D tier? And the answer is she is S plus tier. She is a very powerful unit, and the reason why is because Vivi requires, like, she requires minimum copies. You don't really need a lot of copies on her. I do recommend you guys to get a lot of copies on her, at least 3 red stars, because she is a DPS unit and you want to maximize her damage. But if you are trying to save up for anniversary like I'm doing right now, and I recommend you guys to do the same because anniversary I feel like is going to be crazy. So definitely save up your resources, you're suspending them for anniversary. But Vivi, this unit is absolutely busted. Her attack speed is insane. She works perfectly well with Joaquin and Kaseya because Joaquin is pretty much going to distract the enemy because he is a warrior unit and his survivability with Bergamot set is cracked. Alongside with Kaseya, she's going to eliminate enemies in the back row, which gives Vivi the perfect opportunity to pretty much survive because enemies who are in the back row, they're the ones who are going to do the most damage to your ranged units because they're going to pretty much attack them like from like a far distance. So the fact that Kaseya is handling those ranged units and you have Joaquin who's pretty much dealing with the melee units, Vivi is just free to do whatever she wants. And the fact that she's free to do whatever she wants, she's just going to completely snipe everybody on a team because of her attack speed. She is absolutely crazy. So this unit, really busted. She is perfectly fine at 3 green stars, 3 blue stars, perfectly fine at literally 0 copies. Like she's literally like the #1 unit in the game that requires probably 0 copies because she's just that strong. So Vivi, they did an awesome job with this character. I really thought that she was going to be trash because, you know, anniversary is coming soon, and I thought, like, you know, this unit wasn't going to be, amazing. Plus, I thought she was going to be blue element because her boss version in like a previous update was blue element, but they changed it to purple. So I don't know what that was about, but she is a very strong DPS unit to pretty much pair up with Joaquin and Kaseya. And I really thought that Vivi, like, this is my mindset. I thought that in order for Vivi to be good, like another DPS, purple DPS unit, she had to pretty much replace Joaquin and Kaseya, and that would be impossible because these 2 units are just absolutely broken. So the fact that she doesn't even replace them, but instead she complements them, makes her 10 times better. So if you guys are wondering, well, is Vivi better than Joaquin? Is she better than Kaseya? The answer is, you can say, honestly, the answer is, I don't know. Like, you can literally pair her up with them and she's going to work perfectly fine. If you make her the main DPS unit in the team and she's the only one doing damage, she works perfectly fine as well. So she's just a very awesome unit all around, very powerful unit, and she definitely belongs that S tier position. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this updated tier list. There's probably some SR characters who are purple element, but it doesn't really matter because, let's be honest, the SR purple element characters are really trash, so who cares? But these are pretty much the characters in the updated tier list. And yeah, Vivi is an S plus tier, another busted unit. It's been a long time since they released a trash unit, and we're basically on a streak right now of them releasing broken units. So we have Vivi, Hayura, We also have Red Mask Quad. Like, we have so many good units in the game, which is very, very nice. And it's really good how they gave us a unit that requires minimum copies because anniversary is coming soon. So they're pretty much giving us an opportunity to get a broken character and with pretty much 0 copies, and then we can save up all of our resources for anniversary. So this is by far one of my favorite updates. They did an amazing job with this character, and she is very, very powerful. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it. And I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.